A fierce rain lashes across the Brooklyn Bridge, the wind howling like it's carrying the weight of the world. It's midnight, and the city is cloaked in a silver-gray haze, streetlights flickering through the fog. A lone figure trudges through. The storm. Liam Carter, a single dad, his 2-year-old daughter Lily, bundled against his chest, asleep under his worn coat, the only dry thing he owns. His shirt clings to his skin, soaked and icy, but he presses on, head bowed against the gale. Another late shift. Another long walk home. Another night fighting to keep his little girl fed. Warm, safe. Then, through the downpour, he sees her, a blur on the bridge's edge. A young woman, barefoot, standing on the railing, her dress plastered to her like a second skin. She's trembling, arms outstretched, staring into the black, churning river below. His heart stops. She's going to jump. Liam sprints, Lily jostling. In his arms. "Hey!" he shouts, his voice nearly swallowed by the storm. "Don't do it!" She turns, startled, and her foot slips. She lurches forward, a scream tearing from her throat. Liam lunges, his free hand snatching her wrist just as she falls. His knee slams into the railing, pain exploding through his leg, but he holds on. Lily wakes, crying, scared. The woman dangles over the void, her wet hair whipping wildly, her sobs lost in the wind. "Don't let go." Liam grits out, rain blinding him. "I've got you." His arm burns, his grip slipping on her slick skin. She's panicking, kicking, making it harder. "Stop moving," he pleads. "You're slipping." "I can't do this anymore," she sobs. "I'm done." "No, you're not," Liam says, voice cracking with effort. "You don't have to end it here." His muscles scream, but he tightens his hold on Lily and pulls harder. "Listen. To me, I know what it's like to feel empty. I've been there." Her hand starts to slide. "No," he gasps. "Not yet." With everything he has, he shifts Lily to one arm, sets her down on the wet walkway, and grabs the woman with both hands. She's crying, shaking, but her foot catches the railing. With a final heave, Liam yanks her over, and they collapse together. Breathless, soaked, alive, Lily crawls into his lap, shivering. The three of them huddle there, the storm raging around them. Hearts pounding. "You saved me," she whispers, voice raw. Liam shakes his head, exhausted. "I just reminded you, you're worth saving." The rain slows as they stumble to a bus shelter at the bridge's end. Liam wraps his coat around her trembling shoulders. Her name is Sophie. She doesn't say much, just clutches the coat, her eyes distant. Liam doesn't push. He rocks Lily gently, his mind drifting to the fire that stole his wife, Rachel, year ago. The smoke, the sirens, the way he screamed her name until they dragged him away. She never made it out. He quit his job as a firefighter, took any work he could, construction, deliveries, to keep Lily fed. The guilt still clings to him, heavy as the rain. Sophie breaks the silence. "My mom died when I was a kid, car accident. After that, my dad, he changed cold, all business. He decided my life for me, school, career, even who I'm supposed to marry. I'm 19 and he's trading me like a deal." Her voice cracks. "I came to the bridge because it was my mom's favorite place. I thought maybe I could feel her again." Liam listens, his heart aching. "Pain doesn't care who you are," he says softly. "It cuts the same whether you're in rags or riches." Sophie looks at him, tears mixing with the rain. "No one's ever seen me like you did tonight." "You're not invisible," he says. "You're here, that's enough." They sit in the quiet, the weight of their pain shared, lighter for it. Liam flags a taxi and takes Sophie to a friend's place, a retired paramedic named Mike with a spare room and no questions. There, in the warmth, Sophie holds a chipped mug of tea, watching Lily sleep. "You gave me your only coat," she says. Liam shrugs. "You needed it more," she hesitates. "Why help a stranger?" "Because someone helped me," he says. "After Rachel died, Mike was there. Kept me going when I wanted to quit. I know what it's like to stand on an edge." Sophie's eyes soften. "You're a good dad." He looks at Lily. "I'm trying." The next morning, Sophie's gone. A folded towel and a note sit on the table. Asterisk, "Thank you for holding on. I'll be okay now." Liam stares at the note, wondering if she really will be. Months pass, winter bites hard. Work dries up, but he keeps going for Lily, then one freezing February day, a scaffolding collapse at a construction site changes everything. Liam wakes in a hospital bed, ribs cracked, wrist broken, head pounding. The nurse says he's lucky to be alive. Lily's with Mike, safe. Days blur in sterile white, then a familiar voice. Liam, he turns, wincing. Sophie stands in the doorway, her blonde hair braided, a bouquet of lilac in her hands. She's different, calmer, stronger. I saw your name in the news, she says, sitting beside him. The accident. I had to come. How'd you find me? He asks, she takes a breath. I didn't tell you everything that night. My name's Sophie Harper. My dad, he's Richard Harper, the real estate tycoon. Liam's eyes widen. She nods. Yeah, that Harper. I grew up with everything except freedom. That night. On the bridge, I was running from him, from his control. You didn't just save my life, Liam. You showed me I could choose my own. He's quiet, processing. You don't owe me anything. I know, she says, but I want to help. Let me. Spring comes and Sophie becomes a quiet constant in their lives. She brings groceries, books for Lily, small things that mean the world. She's painting again, sketching in a little notebook, finding herself. Lily adores her, climbing into her lap, giggling as Sophie teaches her to draw. Liam watches, his heart thawing but careful. One day, under a blooming cherry tree, Sophie asks, Do you ever think about starting over? Every day, Liam says, but the past doesn't let go easy. She nods. For me, it's a little art shop, somewhere quiet, full of color. You? He smiles. A house with a yard. Lily running free, maybe someone to share it with. Their eyes meet and something shifts. Not yet love, but possibility, then the story breaks. Heiress Sophie Harper living with Brooklyn single dad. The headlines scream, lies Liam's a gold digger, a failed firefighter, a bad father. Paparazzi swarm their building. Sophie's father sends men to drag her back to his Manhattan penthouse. She goes promising Liam, I'll fix this. Trapped in her father's world, Sophie's phone is taken, her door locked. Richard Harper calls it protection. You're throwing your life away, he snaps. I'm taking it back, she says. In the dead of night, Sophie slips out, a backpack over her shoulder, and runs. She knocks on Liam's door, soaked from the rain. If, you'll have me, she says, I'm here, for good. He steps aside. Lily stirs, sees her, and mumbles, You came back? I did, Sophie whispers, hugging her. Weeks later, Sophie signs papers to walk away from her father's fortune. She works at a coffee shop, learning to steam milk and scrub counters. Liam takes small jobs, his injuries healing. Together, they dream up a cafe, a warm place near the bridge, with homemade scones and a corner for people to talk, heal, connect. They call it New Beginnings. Sophie paints the walls with soft murals. Liam builds tables from scrap wood. Lily names the muffins. One evening, a man in a suit slips a check into the cafe's donation jar. Unsigned, but for a note. Asterisk for your colors. Asterisk. Sophie finds it later and cries not for the money, but because her father, for the first time, saw her. A year later, New Beginnings thrives. Sophie runs a weekly group for people who feel lost, sharing her story. I stood on that bridge, ready to let go, but a man with nothing but a little girl in his arms showed me I was enough, and I chose to live. Liam and Sophie marry on the bridge under fairy lights with wildflowers and Lily skipping ahead. Guests fill the cafe after, laughter spilling into the night. A gray-haired man steps in, unnoticed, and hands Lily a book, New Beginnings. Inside, a note. This is legacy. That night, Liam and Sophie sit outside the cafe, the bridge glowing. Behind them, Lily runs up, clutching a mug. This bridge, she says, it's where people get saved. They smile, believing her. Some places aren't endings. They're where life begins. If this story stirred your soul, if it reminded you that even in the darkest moments, a stranger's kindness can light the way, then you believe in new beginnings. Keep this story close. Share it, let it remind you. That hope is never out of reach, and sometimes it's just one choice away.